Welcome to Book Club.
My name is Lavasha.
My name is Squizzy, and we are doing chapters 9 and 10 of Tender Beasts by LaSalle Sunbury.
Yep.
Alright. Okay.
So Sonny and Dom are about to meet in his room to talk. Wait, what?
To talk about what they need to investigate for their little case that they've got going on. And she goes in there and she finds that Jeremy is already in there.
And I noted that she doesn't hug Jeremy, so she's okay with being real with him. Like she's okay with not letting him, letting him know she's not excited to see him.
Yeah, because he's already seen through her anyway. So she's like, I can't even keep faking with him.
And that again lends to my in-game theory.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna end up together at the end. It turns out that Tori was a white girl.
Just
as I suspected.
Tori is white, confirmed. So it could be possible that there was someone who was not happy about Dom dating a white person.
Yeah, and it looks like Tori was the one who initially found the symbol because Dom said that Tori was the one that showed it to him, and it was carved into her headboard, kind of like maybe if she slept with somebody and they carved it there like a calling card or something.
So it was put there before she was killed, and I put to mark her for death, ?
Yeah.
But also, if it's somebody who's going after people in interracial relationships, that means Sonny is in danger because of Craig.
Or Craig is in danger.
Yeah, if Craig isn't involved.
Yeah. Because, I was starting to feel like, but we'll get to that when we get to chapter 10. But yeah.
All right. Tori's body was mauled by animals. The throat was cut so deep that it was almost hanging off.
And they said that they were going to initially rule her as an accident because she had drowned in the pool, but there were bruises and stuff on her body, so they were like, it looked suspicious.
Yeah, it said her body looked like it was mauled by animals, which is like, so far, all of the bodies, which there's 2 so far, they are mangled, or like not mangled, but
or they've had like really rough
deep
things happen to them.
Tori didn't go to the academy, but her brothers did.
Yeah. Oh, and we also found out that Tori died the exact year after that Ainsley died.
Yeah, so Sonny's mom died on the anniversary of Tori's death.
Why did you read her glasses?
Because I was like, oh, I noted that too. Yeah.
But yeah, and that makes Sonny start to wonder, could they possibly be connected? But she's like, how could a teenager's death be connected to an adult grown person's death? But this also reaffirmed to me that it might be a pair of people killing. A pair of related people, one that's around Ainsley's age and one that's around Sonny's age.
Dom was surprised that Sonny didn't have the full story of the incident. So Sonny...
Jeremy was the one who was surprised.
Yeah, Jeremy was surprised, yeah. And so I put in parentheses that... Because I had noted before that Paris, Carter, and the dad seemed to be the only ones that were in the know, and it makes me question again, like, if Sonny is supposed to lead the family, why was she kept out of, like, some of the important information?
Yeah, and I also noted, if she is to lead in what? What does she know about business? Right. What does she know about running the school? What does she know about running the family even? And would anybody in the family even listen to her?
To be fair, the mom probably didn't expect to die. Maybe she thinks she had more time.
Yeah,
or did she? Because she annotated the journal.
That's true. But even then, like, what did she expect her to run exactly? Because by the time Sonny would be maybe 20-something, everyone's graduated high school. Nobody else needs her help, and the only thing that she would need to run would be the business. So you'd think she'd be having her in business classes or something like that if she wanted her to run anything, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But I also noted that they have a jacuzzi. At first I was thinking maybe Tori drowned in the jacuzzi until we heard about the lake. But I did find it did stick in my head that, they have a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
I don't know if that is important or not, but...
Yeah, and Sonny can see it from her room. She can see all of her siblings making out with people all the time, so she usually ends up sleeping in a spare room because she's like...
Yeah, I noted that first they have a jacuzzi. I put, is that where Tori drowned? But then when I read later in the chapter, I was like, never mind, she may have drowned at the lake or whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of the lake, that's where Dom was supposedly swimming with her, but he said he didn't even swim with her.
Yeah, he was waiting for her. He was waiting for her by the 7-Eleven and said there's even text to back that up. that he was waiting for her. And also, did he say he was waiting with Jeremy, or Jeremy showed up later? Because he said that he eventually ended up like texting Jeremy to hang out.
Yeah, he went to hang out with Jeremy, but he did go to the lake. He was there. He just didn't swim with her.
He was like, he was waiting for her somewhere else. Then he looked around, didn't see her, and then he was like, "I'll go hang with Jeremy."
And the police thought that was good enough. They were just like, "Oh, you were there." So
yeah,
it's
so
supposed to be
racially profiled.
We also got to talk about how Dom apparently told Jeremy everything.
Yeah, he told him like every single thing.
And Sonny was wondering why he lied to her when she first came in. She was like, he sucks as a liar. Like, what he's doing doesn't even make sense. But her internal dialogue there cracked me up a little bit. But because she was like, why is he such a bad liar? Because at first she was like, oh, he's covered his tracks. That's good, because she thought he was lying because Jeremy was in there. But then
she found out that Dom is just this happened and then I told him that I saw this symbol here. I figure he's a good researcher, so he can help us both research. And she's like, he done pulled a third person into this when I thought it would just be the two of us investigating.
But she was more chill about it than I expected. She was like, oh, well, he knows.
What is she supposed to do? She's supposed to freak out?
Right.
And you know that she monitors all of her emotions. She can't let anybody know that she's upset. She's just like, well, this is what we're working with now. She's like, I gotta adapt, move forward.
And Jeremy does say that Tori's mom was a racist. That's Jeremy's opinion.
That she was the type of person that says the Lord doesn't foster hate, but I don't agree with anything that isn't straight and white. But yeah. And that makes me wonder if more families could be in the area that were working with the family that used to be on the farm, and they were like, you've got to get this boy away from my kid, and they thought maybe they were attacking Dom when they killed Tori or something. Who knows?
I have that Jeremy believes Dom no question, so he doesn't question whether Dom's innocent or not. He's just like, of course. Like, I also think Sonny is pretty much starting to believe Dom too, but she keeps I don't know how to say it.
She doesn't have any other suspects, so she's just like so she's like back and forth on it in her mind.
Another important thing. So speaking of the symbol, their dad apparently does stuff with theology and the symbols.
That's what I was gonna say. I was because they eventually decide to look through his research to see if he has anything related to it, and she goes to ask her dad if she can borrow a book or if he knows anything about a symbol like that, and he kind of glazes away. She's like, I know a liar when I see one because I'm a liar, and he's lying that he doesn't recognize that symbol.
Yep,
so I was thinking, is this a symbol related to the milkman?
Right, maybe.
Like something that he might have seen carved during one of their little rituals back on the farm.
All right. I have Sonny thinks the enemy is against the Bear family as a whole.
Yeah.
I may be wrong, but I put, are they maybe targeting Sonny specifically?
Oh, because she was meant to take over the family?
Yeah, maybe. But I'm not sure though. Like, I'm just like, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, but then killing Tori's girlfriend makes sense.
Right.
I mean, Tom's girlfriend, Tori.
Right.
But yeah. I also noted that it seems like Sonny and Dom aren't the ones reading their mom's journal.
That's what I
unless it was a pre-insert.
So I put the sticky note that was on the floor in her mom's office. I think it was on top of the journal, but someone else took the journal. Like, I think it was meant for Sonny, but I think someone else took it, and I think maybe Carter, but I may be wrong, but it may be someone else.
But yeah, it appears that they're not the ones reading it, because she didn't like read it and start saying, oh, the milkman, this is what that crazy lady was talking about. So unless it was a pre-insert, they're not the ones who are reading the journals.
Yeah, someone who shouldn't be reading the journal is reading the journal.
Mm-hmm.
And I have that the dad is superstitious. I think that's important to know.
Yeah.
So
especially paired with like the milkman rituals that we had previously.
That's why I noted it. Like, he throws salt over his shoulder and stuff. Mm-hmm. I also have, this is something like I should have talked about in the last video. They touched on that the security company sent them cameras, but they don't use cameras at school. But that they have all the equipment. I'm wondering, like,
did somebody maybe set it up secretly?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Carter did, because there was something in the book, I can't remember which part, where Sonny was like, But Carter would say something if she had seen us, but would she?
Yeah,
Like,
because she'd be protecting the family.
And what made me think of that this chapter is like, there keeps being sentences about how Carter is watching. Like,
Yeah, and she's like really protective too.
Uh-huh.
She's like a mama bear. Telling the boys to stay out of trouble, and Jeremy was like, sometimes trouble follows you even when you're not doing anything, because they're just
he literally doesn't do anything.
and he's literally been to juvenile detention a number of times, and we don't know for what. And some of it may have just been, profiling, just because he was near an area, poor, hanging out in the rich people's neighborhood. I think Jeremy might be the only one she has a normal relationship with, and that's not even something that she wants. He just saw through her eventually, and that's like just something she can't change. Okay, on to chapter 10.
Chapter 10, yeah, all right. It starts off,
At the
Sunny,
party.
Yeah, and Sunny feels like she's being watched.
Yeah, and also I noted that she seems to be the only one in the family trying to follow her mom's rules to a T, because
True.
they're supposed to wear dresses that the family or like the wealthier families donate or something, so that they'll have something nice to wear. But like she's a rich kid, she could wear something super nice, and her sister does that. Her sister Carter shows up in something snatched, designed to the T, and yeah, like obviously Sunny was extremely traumatized to want to be exactly the way her mom wants her to be.
True.
Like not a single other kid is following the pattern that she is.
Yeah, and about that rental place, I put the rental place provides formal wear for students. I put in parentheses that it's admirable that everything has been considered and taken care of when it comes to like getting the students what they need. But then when she talks about what Carter's wearing and she can tell it's not from the rental place, she's like, it's not, it doesn't have loose threads, it doesn't have stains. I was like, well, dang.
Yeah.
So she these things are set in place, but they're not quality.
They're not. Yeah. Like they're like just treating the poor people like poor people.
Yeah.
Like they're not trying to elevate them. Feels like.
Yeah, I put the rental clothes have loose threads and stains. Never mind, scratch what I said above.
Yeah, they're not trying to get the kids used to a better life or anything like that. They're like giving them handouts and hand-me-downs.
Yeah,
pretty much it. They can't even give them a nice school. I'm still stuck on that.
Right.
A fugly brick building.
I do have. I did note in this first bit of the chapter that Sunny wants recognition for the things she does for the family. But she knows she's not supposed to, because like that's what makes you a good person. But she's like, I wish people would recognize
how hard I'm trying, how much effort I put into being this good girl, how much effort I put into putting this event together. Like, what is she doing putting the event together?
Right.
She's a high school kid. Like,
and I noted that like she had sat Craig at a table with, I don't remember,
some rich person that he could talk to.
Yeah, some most important person or something.
And Craig ends up believing that, and he's like, I'm tired of being on.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like he didn't mean to say it, but I was like, even he's tired of this pretense that he has to put on, and he may feel even more pressure. Like that may be one of the kinks in their relationship, is that he feels pressure to be good enough to stand with her.
When he said that, I said he was stressed about having to impress everyone, and I put Sunny included, a question mark, and it probably is. And also, I put maybe Sunny's not the only one being fake.
Yeah, and he also never gets any reciprocation for this effort either, because he's like, he wants her to be excited about this Halloween party. Halloween is his favorite. She noted that Halloween is his favorite holiday, and she can't even she didn't even like get the aerial braids that she was planning to get, because she was too distracted by murder, of course, but Craig doesn't know that. People
who are smart and athletic get the privilege of sitting with the most important person. So I put Craig is smart or athletic, question mark.
So just her boyfriend.
Maybe.
We don't know. Oh, but when Craig got mad and walked away, he said, forget you and your family. You didn't even care about your brother until now. And I was like, I noted it's wild how Sunny wants to show she's so friendly and be friends with everyone, but the whole school can see how she treats her brother.
True.
You think she would have at least faked that relationship for appearance's sake.
Noted. Yeah, that was a good thing to pick up on. I didn't even pick up on that. And Sunny was very surprised that Craig had gotten angry with her, which lends to the point that he's probably being fake with her.
A lot of the time, probably.
Because she was like, he never gets upset at me. What was that about? And I also thought it was interesting that he did show ire against the entire family when he made that statement. Like, what was the statement he said?
Forget it, you and your family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
So yeah, and like Dom was the one who gave him like all his skin and hair products. So
Not Dom, but
Darren.
Yes.
Yeah, Darren, her brother Darren. So yeah, he probably doesn't feel,
Yeah, like he's probably with her so that he can get opportunities and stuff, but also I feel he may like her too. Like,
yeah.
I feel like he likes her, but like there is that element of like, you're from this wealthy, privileged family. Like, you have to be cognizant of
people wanting to be with you for your wealth and your privilege.
All right.
And she doesn't seem to think that he'd be capable of that.
Right.
Like, she doesn't seem to think anybody would approach her for that.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Probably because she doesn't plan to be real friends with anybody anyway.
True.
And she doesn't even like him, so she doesn't plan to keep him around anymore. So she doesn't care.
Oh, I put that when Sonny allowed Craig to come with her to her dad's office to snoop. I was like, she literally, like, he's inconsequential to her. Like, she really does not care.
She does not care about him at all. She constantly wants him to disappear, go away.
All right. So Sonny is about to go to her dad's office to snoop to look for like something about whether she can find something about that symbol. Oh, did we tell them what the symbol looks like?
The book didn't tell us what the symbol looks like.
I think.
What did it say?
Because I drew. Yeah, I think it said something like a circle with the B in it. Well, it wasn't exactly that, but it described it enough where I drew something.
I must not have read close enough to get the symbol.
All right. Yeah, so she goes out to go snoop in the office, and Craig and Cheyenne are having some tense conversation.
Yeah. And I was thinking, like, maybe he's thinking about breaking up with her, and
maybe
Cheyenne is like, probably should. And that's why Cheyenne can't give her the positive, effervescent personality that she's used to, because she's like, Cheyenne usually isn't the one who would be upset about being, working this table.
Yeah, Cheyenne wasn't invited to the event. She's just working
there.
So Craig says this is what they were talking about. This is why the conversation was tense. Because he was saying he was tired of being on for everyone, and Cheyenne was, he thought it was probably because Cheyenne wasn't even invited, so she was wondering why he was complaining.
Yeah.
So.
Because Cheyenne probably was like, it's a privilege that you get to be here and talk to like all the wealthy donors and stuff. But yeah, well, I wonder if we'll actually get a clear picture of what the argument really was about, or if that was the real conversation. Right. But yeah, they end up getting to her dad's office to try to look for books on theology.
And I noted that Sonny has the code to her dad's office as opposed to her mom's office. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mean anything. Maybe not.
All right. And in her dad's office, her and Craig have a little bit of a conversation. I don't know if it's important, but she finds some sort of note, and just before she can read it, the lights go out. And apparently it goes out in the entire building, and all of a sudden Craig's behind her touching her. She was like, oh, I was just trying to find you in the dark. And I was like, he's getting real suspicious. Was she out there trying to kill her? I don't know. But yeah, and then her sister breaks in, and she's like, Dad's gonna go check the breakers, and she's like, does Dad even know where the breakers are? And
why did they think that? Like,
and I was like, breakers are anything. And I was like, is this opinion because of things her mom has said, or because her dad has demonstrated he's actually not good at anything?
Right.
Like,
I feel like it's probably a little bit of both. I'm thinking it's because he doesn't really do anything around the house, like he doesn't really support
He's probably not allowed to do anything around the house. Probably every time he's tried to step in, the mom was like, I got it. I got to move.
Both Sonny and Carter seem to have that thought.
Yeah, they're like, okay, you check the breakers.
Carter was like, I'm going to come with you.
So. Yeah, you probably don't know how to find them. You probably don't have a flashlight to look for them or anything.
Oh, but I also know that the Breakfast Club room is the only room in the school without a lock on it. Why?
No, it has a lock because it has a key. Remember, because she says Dom still keeps the key even though he doesn't work in the breakfast room all the time?
Oh, without a digital lock, maybe? Because the chapter did say something about...
I don't know.
Or the only door that doesn't need a code to get in, maybe?
Yeah, because one has like a physical key, I think. Oh, yeah. And then she ends up getting lost in the party because she's looking for something, and she ends up going up to the roof, and the milkman lady is up there.
Oh wait, before she ends up, she was going up to. Wait, why was she going up to the roof? To look for Dawn. She thought Dawn might be up there.
Oh yeah, because Carter had been looking for her because she was like, no, Carter was out smoking a vape.
Yeah, and then she was looking for Dawn. She was like, where is Dawn? Because Carter is always watching. Apparently. Yeah. But I do think it's important to note that both Carter and her dad said that the roof door was locked. Was that on purpose? Did they know it was unlocked, or was it because the power went out and it digitally unlocked? You know, or were they just trying to keep her from going up there?
Who knows? But when they got up to the roof, the milkman lady was up there. She was dressed all nice and fancy, looking put together. But she was freezing because apparently she didn't bring a jacket on a cold night. It's October, isn't it? Like late October.
Mm-hmm.
And she says some sort of riddle.
And she said she left a message for Sunny to come meet her up there and talk.
Yeah, but apparently Sunny didn't find them, and I wonder if somebody else found that note. And I wanted her to say where she had left it at, so I could get some idea of of who might have seen it. Because if she left it in the dad's office, could the dad have seen it? Could Craig have seen it?
I'm remembering a little of what she said about the milkman. She was like, he just takes and takes. He won't stop taking. You'll have to kill him or something like that.
Yeah. And so, like, is this the guy who always needs sacrifice? Is it a sacrifice, supernatural being that always needs sacrifice? Or is it just some man who always demands people kill for him or something? And maybe some kill actually drove this lady crazy, and that's why she's running around talking like this. Yeah, before she finished saying what she needed to say to Sunny, somebody jabs a knife into her neck, and Sunny freaks out, just turns her back on a possible killer, and tries to leave out through the locked door that's behind her. And all of a sudden, Craig's on the other side of the door.
Yeah, why does he? First it was the mirror with the writing. He was suddenly there when she turned around, and now this murder, he's suddenly there. But he might be a red herring.
Yeah.
But I find it suspicious that Craig keeps being there whenever stuff goes down.
But also, I don't have enough of somebody else to be suspicious of that he would be a red herring, you know? They haven't really presented us with anybody besides maybe Jeremy, and I don't know why he'd be killing people, unless he's just sick of rich people.
And now I'm suspicious of the dad, too. I don't know. All right.
Might have killed the mom to see if he could take over the business. Fine. And he's God, woman, I'm tired of you.
And maybe he's, maybe he does feel worn down, and he's
who knows? We clearly have no idea who may have done it. But she runs out. She's freaking out in Craig's arms. Her sister shows up, and so her sister's like, "What's happening?" She's like, "She killed her." And she explains what she saw. She's like, "There's blood everywhere. There's a dead body." And her sister's like, "I'm gonna go check on this." Her dad showed up eventually too, right? And Carter and her dad both go up onto the roof to see what freaked her out so much. And they come back and they're like, "There's nothing there. No blood. No body, not even a hint." Nobody could have cleaned that up in that amount of time. And I wrote, what if the white lady she's been seeing around, the one who's saying milkman, milkman, is the body she cuddled with as a child? What if this is not even a real person?
I did put what if she's not real, but that's a good idea. That would make sense.
Not real, but trying to warn her of very real dangers. Or someone she killed before and isn't aware of.
Could be the same.
Because she could have snapped at some point. And I also questioned, what if Sunny killed her own mom to take over the family, Tori because she wasn't good enough for their family, and Dwayne because he made a move on her? Those were my final notes for the chapter. What were yours?
I didn't go that detailed. That was the milkman woman real? And then Craig saw, I put Craig saw the milkman woman when they walked out of the store. He did.
So she is real,
right? Or did Craig just pretend because he's suspicious? Maybe he knows Sunny's crazy and he was just get out of here, lady, whoever she's seeing. Or I don't know. Maybe we're thinking too deep into it. I don't know, but
maybe.
But I don't see how anybody could clean that up that fast.
Exactly. So it could be a mix of she's seeing real things and fake things, but we will find out in the next chapters. Next chapters, we're going to be reading chapters 11 through 15.
Yes.
So we're going to try to keep that up. 5 chapters per week from now on, every Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Like, comment, subscribe. And
Right.
I hope you're reading along with us.
Exactly, because this book is really good.